People scoff, but I've said since I was a child, the neighborhood we lived in as a whole was tainted, haunted, whatever you want to call it. I used to get called crazy BMA. I saw a young girl in our house that swooped down at me until 5 years later when my dad moved back in and in a panic refused to sleep in the parental bedroom. BC, the girl, was sitting on his chest trying to strangle him. People didn't like to go to our house. BC non-battery, operated dolls would move on their own, and my sibling and I would get so scared we'd steal any doll in our wardrobe and tie a rope around it at night. But that's not the kicker. We also had the ghost house and the suicide house right next to each other. Everyone that moved into said ghost house would move very quickly. I had a best friend that moved in with her family and I spent the night a few times, and you could hear things in the attic. Sometimes music, very early 1900s, late 1800s. One day there was just a sign up for sale, and she said her dad said they couldn't discuss the sale to anyone. I found her years later on Facebook, and she was like, the weird scenario that happened, things that moved or flying off a shelf. She never told me what happened the night her dad chose to sell, but left so quick they took 30% less than what they'd bought it for. The suicide house next door is called that Beast. Everyone that has lived there except for one person who moved has committed suicide in the house, which makes 6 to 7 people since 1989. Most by hanging or car running in the garage. One lady in the bathtub slitting her, and one found in the attic with pills. I consider that place like a real-life Amityville. The people that live there now have been there maybe 8 years, but the cops are called at least once a month due to domestic issues. I almost think that's what saves them in a way. If they weren't on something or drunk all the time like the other people, it may F with them more than it did the others.